Oh, welcome. Welcome. So, for class today, possibly a little bit of everything. Um, Blocks, strap, blanket, maybe even some wall space. Um, we're going to play uh, today with the idea of what we can do to connect more deeply to our core. And we'll look at that through just the midsection of the body. We'll look at that through breath focus, and hopefully a lot of play as well, and support. So let's start off on our backs. Go ahead and clear the space of your mat and come to a nice reclined position. And really, any way that you want to be on your back works. You can completely come to be flat on the floor, which is nice. Or you can try constructive rest position, feet a little wider than your hips, knees can drop in toward one another. Bring your hands to rest on your body somewhere. Close the eyes and focus in on your breathing. Just start to notice what it's like when you bring your attention there. Notice what settles, what relaxes. Observe the expansion of your body as you inhale and the contraction or the engagement in your core as you exhale. If your legs are bent, go ahead and straighten the legs, but take them a little wider than your hips. And bring your hands to your ribs, the front of your body. You can point your feet and flex your feet and move them around at the ankles a little bit. I want you to keep your feet flexing, spreading the toes, and bring the legs together. Now the hands are still on the low ribs. Take a big breath in, feel the rib cage expand. Then as you exhale, I want you to try to guide or move the front of your ribs down. Try this a few times on your breath. Big inhalation, the rib wall opens. And as you exhale, try to encourage the ribs to move down. And feel the connection there into your abdominals, the engagement in that area of your body. And I want you to try your best today to keep the ribs in the front body as pulling down, your sternum as pulling down. Stretch your arms up overhead. Spread the fingers and reach from your heart out through the fingertips. Get nice and long. From your tailbone, stretch down through the heels. And kind of imagine you're tractioning yourself for more length in the body. And again, pull the front of your ribs down. Good. Maintain that connection. Lift your right leg up, flex the foot, and just start to spin the right leg in a little bit. And try to plug the thigh bone into the hip socket. Keep the right leg active and engaged up into the pelvis and bring it down to the floor. Second side, lift your left leg up, flexing the foot, spin the left thigh in, kind of like you're going pigeon-toed, and then try to plug the thigh bone up into the hip socket. Keep the leg active and bring it down to the floor. Re-engage the tailbone to lengthen down, pull the sternum down, stretch the arms up. 2 more breaths. And you can bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. And rock side to side. Mindful of any furry friends that may or may not be near you. We're going to come to tabletop position. We'll go for cat-cow. So inhale into your cow pose, exhale into your cat. And just like before, feel the power of the core on your exhalation. Get the engagement around the belly. I want you to play with the idea of keeping the abdominals engaged. So exhale around your spine, tone your core. Keep that engagement, but slowly inhale into cow pose without losing the toning abdomen. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, feel the abdominal muscles stretch out. Exhale, and inhale. One more time like this, curl and round. Keep the core nice and strong. Come back to tabletop, downward facing dog pose, and try to go for a longer down dog than you might normally start off with. And as you're in your longer down dog, can you pull the sternum down and engage your abdomen for more support? Try to press the heels back and then just gently begin to alternate bending one leg at the knee and then the other. And noticing if you can pedal through the legs, stretching the heels closer down towards the floor. They don't ever have to touch it, but just notice if you can work them a little deeper this way. Inhaling into high plank pose, tone your abdomen and then bring your knees down. Right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. So opposite arm leg extension, just see how long you can get. Remember to use your exhale to stabilize your abdomen. And then you're going to change sides. Left arm, right leg. It's kind of cross lateral extension. Try to stabilize in the center again. Neutral table. Downward facing dog pose. Good. Come back to strengthening in your core. High plank. Good. So your waistline is that space from your pelvis to your ribs. Lift the sides of your waistline up. Send your sacrum down towards your heels. Draw the bottom of your sternum towards your navel. Try to press your inner thighs up to the sky. 2 more breaths. I want you to see if you can keep this alignment, but hold low plank for 3 breaths. Imagine your back body pulling back, your front body going forward. Cobra. Slide your shoulder blades down, your entire back body down. Feel the front of your body lifting up. Low plank, hover. High plank, hover, down dog. Mm-hmm. Walk your feet forward. Uttanasana, in front of the mat. Hands on the ground or hands on blocks. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, fold. Try that again. Inhale, get long. Exhale, fold down. One more just like that. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. And now hold your elbows. Sway side to side. Take a couple of breaths and see if gravity can help you release. Change the wrap of the arms. Swaying. And then let your arms drop down. Go ahead and roll upright to stand. Take the arms out and stretch them up. Push your feet down, breathe in. And as you exhale, hands to the heart, pull the navel to the spine, tailbone towards the floor. Great. We'll try to do that again, but in a little bit more movement. Breathe in, take the arms out and up. Breathe out, fold to the floor. Pull the sternum down. Tighten your core. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pull the navel back. Good. Again, arms up. Fold down. Lengthen halfway. Fold all the way. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One final time. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold down. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Walk back down dog. Breathe in, high plank pose. Breathe out to the floor. Back bend. Down dog. Several breaths here. Look forward as you inhale. Step or hop front of the mat. Exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart, stabilize your core. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, lengthen. So Surya Namaskar, A. Step, jump, or floated dog. High plank pose. Chaturanga. Back bend. Down dog. Good. In your down dog, can you feel the back of your body? Try and move the shoulder blades down. The front of your body, lift your pubic bones up. Right. Just notice what it's like for you to try to balance the two. Look forward as you inhale. Step or jump as you exhale. Lengthen as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time through. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, fold down to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen halfway. Step, jump, or flow to down dog. Good. Now, from down dog, let's play with the idea of moving through this flow, trying to keep the front of your body lifting up the back of your body pulling down. High plank pose. So pubic bones lift towards your heart, shoulder blades pull down towards the hips, chaturanga. Back bending, same thing. Down dog. Hanging out here, breathing. Right leg for split. Move it around. And then keep the right leg very straight and square off your hips. Three-legged plank. Shoulder blades down. Sternum down, abdomen lifting. Good. Go back to down dog split. Classical down dog. Second side, left leg high for split. Move it around. And then square everything off. Three-legged plank. Shoulder blades down, tighten your core. Back to down dog split. Classical down dog. Take a full breath in, strengthen your body, and as you exhale, jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart. Look down at your feet, make sure that the toes line up, the knees line up. And without using your arms, just start to twist towards one side or the other, it doesn't matter which. Now, as you're twisting, look down at your feet and your knees and make sure that they're still next to one another, right? They're still lined up. So don't let the leg you're twisting away from that knee pop forward. Back to center. Staying upright, twisting to the second side. Just feeling how far your body wants to go. Back through center, fold down to the floor. Now you might need your blocks with you for this next little moment. You're gonna step left leg back and pivot over. So you've got wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. That's it, friends. And then hands go flat to the floor. So just take a couple of breaths here with your hands flat and try to rebalance both hands, both legs, but also rebalance your core. Shoulder blades moving down, pubic bones lifting up, stabilizing in there. Just notice what it takes for you to connect more deeply with this evenness, front to back body. So some of us will stay just as we are, a little bit longer, enjoying the stretch. Root down into the ground through both arms and through both legs. So you're very stable. If you want to go a little deeper, bend into the left knee, walk your hands to the right. Now, some of us might get so far into this that we walk really, really close and kind of hug into our right leg. Totally fine, though not necessary. Back through center after this breath. And then second side, bend into the right knee, the left knee, the second knee, whatever your second knee is, and walk your hands away from that. Hugging yourself closer and closer towards the straight leg. And then you can come back through center. Good. So try that again. Bend into the left knee. Walk your hands to the right. Notice how close your body wants to go. Now, if you want to take this a little deeper, hold the outside of the right foot with your left hand and windmill the right arm up to the sky. Start to think back bend, drag the shoulder blades down. Inhaling out, hands back through center. Second side, bend the right knee, walk the hands to the left, head close to the straight leg. Maybe right hand outside of the left leg, left arm up to the sky. Shoulder blades move down, twist, and lean towards a back bend. Inhaling out, neutral again. This is the last thing that we'll do here. You're gonna walk your hands back between your legs. Going to as deep a forward fold as works for you. And if anyone out there is a natural headstander and you start to delight in the idea of being upside down in that way, well, you can place your hands into the tripod, stabilize arms, shoulders, head, and start to lift up for tripod headstand. And have fun with it, right? Pause the recording. Do this inversion as many times as you like. Everybody else, down dog or floated down dog. We go for a little mini flow just to get our body warming up again. Take your right leg for split. Breathe in. Exhale, place the foot by the thumb. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, down dog or flow. Left leg split. Exhale, place the foot. Breathe in, warrior one. And breathe out, dog or flow. You're gonna do both sides again at your own pace. Just noticing what feels nice for you, how your body wants to move. And after you've done both sides 2 times, down dog, 3 breaths, get neutral again. Lift in with your core, draw the shoulder blades down. Try to observe the front and back body working together. And then jump front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart. Keep the alignment in the lower body again. Twist towards one direction for a couple of breaths. And then you can change directions for a few breaths as well. Back to center, fold forward, hands to the floor. So you might want your blocks for this next series. Step the left foot back, come to pyramid pose. So hands are either on the ground or hands are on blocks. It's up to you. Stabilize your body and try to pull the right thigh bone back into the hip socket and stabilize the left foot down into the floor. You can stay here the whole time. It's really amazing. Stage 2, hands to your hips, come upright. So keeping your hands at your hips or interlacing your hands at your low back or Left arm up, bend the arm at the elbow, wrap it around your back, and wrap the right arm around as well. Try to hold hands with yourself. So hands on hips, shoulder stretch, or Gomukha arms. Lean back like you're doing a back bend and stabilize the foundation again. I want you to keep the foundation nice and strong and start to fold forward. Yeah. Try to only go a few degrees and just pause and re-energize the body, pulling the front thigh back, rolling the left thigh in, slide your tailbone down, maybe folding a little deeper. After your next breath, spin your left heel to the sky and bend your right leg at the knee. Lean more forward, keep the arm hold, warrior three, 5 breaths. From warrior three, warrior one. Soften something, and then unwind the arms, classic pose. Great. Step or flow to down dog. After you've recentered yourself, second side pyramid pose. And these initial stages are just taking time to connect with the foundation so that we can more meaningfully connect at the core. Right? But if our foundation doesn't feel stable or strong or grounded, then our core body in these poses will suffer as well. So try to take the time to make those connections work for you. And then gradually work in the alignments deeper in the thigh bones, pulling the left thigh bone back, rooting your right heel bones down, readjusting through your spine. Staying as you are, or hands to the hips, rising up. And if you're upright, hands at the hip, stage one, or shoulder stretch, changing the interlace, stage two, or the Gomukhasana arms, this time right arm up, left arm wraps underneath. Think back bend. And then progressively begin to fold forward. This won't be about how far we go, so much as how we can engage in a powerful way to support our body. And by that power, I mean a way that feels supportive. This will shift to warrior three, back heel lifts, front knee bends. Lean into it, Virabhadrasana 3 for 5 breaths. And then shift to warrior one. When you get to warrior one, again, soften something. Then unwind the arms and go for your full stretch. Step, jump, or flow to down dog. We're going to do high plank pose, feet together. Imagine your back body and your front body were two completely different continents, moving in different directions, just like glaciers. Back body moving downward, front body moving upward. And go to Vashisthasana, side plank. Any modification is fine. How are those continents now? They're still doing that work. Changing sides. How are the continents? Come back to the first side. Top arm over the ear. Rebalance front and back bodies. Lift the left leg. Square off your hips more. 2 more breaths. Notice how that helps to free up space in the body. And steadily change sides. Top arm over the ear. Lift the top leg, square off the hips. Balance front and back bodies. High plank. Good. Chaturanga. Sphinx pose. Close your eyes, look down your cheeks. Is it easier for you to feel the front body lifting up or the back body sliding down? What's more natural for you? Once you come into that awareness, forearm plank. Lift your right leg up, 3-legged forearm plank. Lift the right waistline, squeeze the left thigh in. Get a little longer. Change legs. Lift the left waistline, squeeze the right thigh in. Get a little longer. Back to Sphinx pose. Look down your cheeks, close your eyes. Is it still easier to feel that same thing? Is it your front body or your back body that feels more natural? Really make note of it. Which one is more dominant? Pull your hands back, cobra, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. What are the mat chair pose? Hands to the heart. Twist towards the left. And we're finally going to get that complete twist. Bring the elbow to the outside of the knee. Now, before you go any deeper, look down at your feet. Pull the right thigh bone back into the hip and push it down towards the floor. And just feel how that helps you to clarify your low back. Breathe, and then stage 2, look to the left elbow. Stage 3, look to the sky. Think back bend. Neutral chair. Second side. Look at your foundation. Pull the left thigh bone back. Press it down towards the floor and feel your sacrum settle. Look to your right elbow or to the sky. Inhale, chair, and exhale, fold. Step, jump, or flow. Down dog. From down dog, lower down onto your forearms. Dolphin. Walk your feet in. Not too long here, just a couple of breaths. Gaze wherever feels good for your neck. Then we're going to walk our feet back, come to forearm plank. And you feel the continental drift here. Bring your feet together. Keep your arms as they are. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot, stacking the left leg. Breathe all the way down into your hips. Slide the tailbone down. Good. Maybe lift your left leg up and press the heel back. Back through center. Second side. Stack the legs. Lift the right leg up, press the heel back. Slide the tailbone down. Back through center. Sphinx pose. Close your eyes and concentrate on the opposite direction of flow that's easiest for you. If you more naturally focus on the front body lifting up, focus on the back body dropping down, or vice versa. Good. Relax down, draw your hands back. Cobra or upward facing dog pose. Downward facing dog. Take an extra breath and then try to jump to the front of your mat again. Two more breaths, forward fold, nice deep one. Breathe in, come all the way up right to stand. Breathe out, hands to the heart. Two more breaths, eyes closed, just recentering. Okay, and relax everything. Now, friends, we're going to try and take this into an inversion moment. And the inversion that you can do will vary depending on how you're feeling in your body today. For example, some of us might want to come down onto our backs and bring our legs up to the sky and just breathe here. It's beautiful. You can do this in the center of the room, or you can do this with your hips and legs at a wall. Really lovely. For my headstanders, you might want to do headstand again. Beautiful, love it. The rest of us, if you have wall space, you might want to try a handstand. Now, a handstand will come from standing split place. And you can get as close to the wall as feels comfortable and good for you. I think maybe 3 or 4, just 8 inches away is a good thing. You just come in, practice stabilizing your arms and just shifting the weight forward several times. When you feel comfortable with the weight in your arms, then kick off with your bottom leg, bringing both legs up to the wall. And when you're at the wall, it can be really funny and weird So set your gaze somewhere that feels good for you and try to move your shoulder blades onto your back and pull the abdomen in, flexing your feet, and then just trying to take one leg away at a time, squeezing the legs towards one another. And you can practice that several times, playing with moving from the standing split onto the wall, back and forth a couple times, and just noticing what works for you. You might have a couple of wall spaces. You might have a little furry friend in a closet. Hello. Hi, bud. Yeah. As soon as I closed the door, he started scratching and was like, why is this door closed? So any inversion that feels nice, it might feel more accessible to you at this point today because we've been doing a lot of grounding work in the legs and core work in our center body. And those two things, interestingly enough, can really help to prep the body for being upside down in things like handstand. Now, of course, when you're working in your handstand, you want your arms to be very strong and stable. So practice that too, right? It's been much more lower body and core focused today than it's been upper body, right? So give yourself patience or give yourself time and have patience for stabilizing the arms as well. And there'll be other classes in the future that will work on the arms, bringing us into our arm balances and into our inversions. But with all that being said, try to keep the arms really, really strong, hopping up and down a couple of times, right? And noticing what works for you to move towards handstands. Yeah. So you can play. When you're finished with your inversion time, down dog, do a little flow, and try and clear our shoulders and throat. Come into cobra. Pull the hands back. Just have a couple of breaths here. Maybe lion's breath feels appropriate. And then gradually making your way back to downward facing dog pose. Closing the eyes and just feel your body intuitively balancing front and back sides. High plank all the way down to the floor. Have a block nearby. Go ahead and roll over onto your backs. Feet flat on the floor, arms at your sides. You can wrap your fingers underneath the edges of the mat. Press the feet down, push the arms down, and try to get the back of your heart to lift a little tiny bit up. So this will set our bodies up nicely for bridge pose, Setu Bandha, Sarvankasana. Whenever you're ready, keep building those actions to lift your pelvis up. Now, if this feels like a moment to rest, grab your block and just slide your block underneath your pelvis and give yourself permission to just relax here, to let things soften and settle. If you want to be more active, we'll just move the block away. Keep gripping the mat and try and pull the mat away, drawing one shoulder and then the other underneath you. And if all of this feels very accessible, and you want to go one step further still, release the mat with your hands and try to interlace your hands underneath you. You can stay as you are, as long as it feels nice, as long as the back bend feels to be working. You can relax down whenever you're ready, taking a 2 or 3 breath break, and then maybe trying again. Any of the bridge variations, or you might want to go for a full wheel. Hands by the ears, following the breath and lifting nice and steady into an inversion. If you're in wheel, spin the outer arms towards the wall that you can see. Grow the fingers into the mat. Send your tailbone down towards your heels. And lowering down when you're ready. Taking 2 breaths, again, in between sets, a really nice practice. And you can try for one more, either bridge or wheel, or maybe even both. When you've finished constructive rest position, please feet wide, knees together. Wrap the arms around your chest. Changing the wrap of the arms. Taking a few deep breaths. And then just send your arms right up to the sky. Cross your right knee on top of your left knee and bring the legs in. Hold on to the shins. Supta Gomukhasana. If this feels a little too uncomfortable, then just cross your legs at your shins like you're doing simple cross-legged pose and hold the legs that way. Now, if it works for you, flexing your feet, go for holding the feet. You can try and move the feet gradually up in the direction of your shoulders. And then pulling the feet straight down towards the floor. That should help you get a little deeper into the outer hip. Changing the cross of the legs. Same idea. Go for as deep a hip opener as is accessible to you right now. You're gonna uncross your legs, roll over to one side, and very gently come upright for a seated position. Legs can go out in front of you, pressing the inner thighs down, lift your spine up. We're gonna go for Janu Shirshasana. So bring your right leg back and let the knee drop out. Now, if you feel especially tight in your hips, it's really nice just to fold down evenly between both legs. The classic shape is to fold along the length of the straight leg. What I'd like you to try to do, though, as you approach the posture, is just to pause periodically and see how you can adjust to bring balance to your front and back bodies. Very gently change sides. Just leaning back in the same idea, just ease yourself into the fold. Notice what it's like for you to choose to adjust for spaciousness inside your body. Ease yourself up. Lean back, both legs forward again. Press your inner thighs downward. Take the arms to the sky. Keep grounding through your inner thighs to lift and support your back. And you're going to start to fold forward nice and easy. Really try to be in this progression. Keep the back and the front body equally long. And just like the last pose, if you've exceeded the limit of the length, can you let go of how far you think you need to move in this shape and instead curate the spaciousness inside? staying in the pose. Give yourself a moment to just plop and everything relax and then roll upright. And from upright, roll down onto your back. Happy babies pose, everybody. Hmm. And then after happy babies pose, we're going to go for one more twist. Any twist that feels good for you. Drop your legs to one side or the other. Allow these last twisting moments to be very long for you. Be slow, even. I'm going to change sides, but that doesn't mean that you need to. And whenever you feel that you're finished with your twisting on both sides, go to a neutral place, eyes closed, hands on the body, and check in. Is there anything else? And if so, take this time to do or explore those things. Whenever you feel that you're ready for your final resting pose, whether that is meditation or some sweet shavasana like shape, you can make your way there. And feel your breath. Notice the natural flow in and out, up and down. and perhaps stay a little longer, resting more and more deeply in the shape. If you'd like to come to a seated position to close class, now is the time. Arms at your sides, palms upward facing, eyes closed. Once more, look down your cheeks and feel the connection to your center. Feel the value of this work. In Sanskrit, we call the kinds of connections that we want to make, that we choose to develop and grow, sambandhas. To acknowledge the choices that brought you to this sweet space. Hands to the heart. I'm going to close with the chant of Om. Easy breath in and out. Join in anytime. Om Shanti. Namaste.